Hey y'all, today is Friday, the babies, which means it's time for another garden journal. As you can see, everything's just growing. We're getting to that part of summer that's kind of wild, where everything just takes off, and I honestly love it. Lemongrass. Look at our holy basil. This guy's got some leaves up in here. Holy basil coming up. The peppermint. This crepe myrtle gonna flower any day now. I think I'm gonna take that evergreen off of it and just let it grow because it's supposed to be pretty. I guess we'll find out in a couple of days or a week or so. I've been really bad about deadheading, but there's still roses coming up, still buds. Red raspberry. Looks like the bugs have gotten a hold of it a little bit, but it's still growing. Um, that's the lemon tree. All the rest of this is the little nursery tree area because all of these trees are eventually going to make it over to our other property when the time comes. This is that mullein that came from our other property. Kind of pulled through. I just wanted to seed so I can get the seeds. Strawberry mugwort. It's moved over here. Collard greens. Now, fair warning to anybody that uses neem oil or peppermint oil, which I use a combination of the two. If it's really hot and you spray it on your plants, particularly your collard greens or any leafy green, it can scorch it, and that's what happened here. I wasn't aware of that before. It was also the end of my batch, so it was probably more concentrated at the bottom, which was a bad idea, and I scorched some of these collard greens. But hopefully, when I cut those off, they just recover. The kale is fine. The collard greens, not so much. Strawberries, as you can see, look, they're just going level to level, and I just keep pushing the runners down into the next one that it'll reach. Dill is starting to flower, and I've been heavily cutting this dill because I've been using dill to make pickles, and it is still coming back pretty strong. Lettuces and spinach, they're all starting to come up. Yeah, I'm hoping to utilize these as baby lettuces. I'm probably going to take these romaines out and replace them with some kind of lettuce. Something that is good for heat because we're about to head into the hottest part of the year. Same thing happened with these Brussels sprouts. They got scorched, but the neem and the peppermint just being too strong. Yeah, happened to my chives too. The bugs were pretty heavy over here, so I was pretty heavy-handed with it, and that's my bad. But that's part of just learning how to garden. This strawberry has decided she will root there, and I think I'm just going to allow her to and maybe make this a small little strawberry patch. We haven't planted this out yet. Life has been extremely busy. Now the watermelon has decided to completely take off, which I'm excited for because who doesn't love watermelon? I'm going to try to redirect some of these because they are all going that way. Let's Not really hard to redirect. You just, you know, put them in the direction that you want to go pretty gently, and they'll do it all on their own. I see some flowers about to come up. Cantaloupe has completely taken over this bed. And we got some nice size melons coming here. Look at these. And there's another one down here. Watching out for the bees. I think I told you guys last time I got stung pretty bad. Again, I scorched this plant. Poor plant. I'm going to have to prune it back a little bit. Excuse me, Madam Bumblebee. Do what you got to do. I'm just showing the ladies and gentlemen the melon. Okay. This sunflower is huge. It's just huge. It's crazy huge. Squash. Oh, I see another one of my female squash are open. And there's some heavy ant activity going on there, so hopefully it gets pollinated pretty well. I'm trying to see if I see a male flower anywhere that I can use. Ah, there's one. So what I've been doing is when I can find a male flower, let's see if I can do this and record at the same time. If you can get that part where all of the pollen is out, and then you basically hand pollinate, throw it in there. See, there's another one back there. And it's just, I might even leave it in there for the ants to do some more. Just a way to make sure that they get pollinated, because there's another little guy down here. As you can see, didn't really get pollinated. And I didn't have an opportunity to hand pollinate it. So we'll see what happens. Hi, little dragonfly. We have some really awesome dragonflies going on in this garden, and I am totally loving it. Okay. Hey, Mr. Cucumber. I'll give you a little help here. We got cucumbers coming left and right. These radishes, I should have to harvest them soon. This sunflower opened. Got carrots coming like crazy. I'm gonna have to thin these back because I did sow them pretty thick, and I want some nice size carrots, not baby carrots. So look at this guy. He's freaking huge. I don't know how much longer he can stay on here. Might cut that one and take it. Morning Glory is finally reaching up to the trellis. He keeps trying to get over here and grab onto these Rudbeckias, but I don't want them to do that because they're not planted yet. Tomatoes. It is officially a tomato forest in Tomato Alley. Been dealing with some blossom and rot. I just pull these off because they're not going to do anything. These are my Laromas. These are Cherokee Purples, which I'm super excited about. Oh, we got all kinds of cat facing going on the bottom. I can feel it. These are Goliaths. They're absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to see them turn red. More Goliaths. Cherokee Purples and Laromas. Look. Starting. Look at this guy. That's a handful. Okay. These are the celebrities. Lots of tomatoes going on there. This is cherry tomatoes. Garden snack. That's the best. Oh my God. Amazing. Early girl. Tomatoing up over here. These are the small tomatoes. This whole bed is small tomatoes. But I can't tell you what's what because they all got mixed up when I put them in there. Only ones that have labels are these here. That's a red cherry, yellow gooseberry, black strawberry. But beyond that, these three here, I have no idea. Basil's been out of control. And I've steadily been harvesting. I even have a whole jar of dried basil that came from the garden. These are definitely black strawberry. Oh, those are going to be so good. We're about to be cherry tomato rich, as Jess at Roots and Refuge always says. And it's so exciting. It's such a great feeling. Yellow pear. This is Black Prince. I'm guessing they get more, get darker as they ripen. Celebrities. Okay. Peppers. Well, look at this little, it's really like, it's supposed to be a bigger sunflower, tall sunflower, but it's kind of turned into a sunflower bush. But it's beautiful. Look at the size of these peppers. I have harvested peppers every day for the past 3 or 4 days. I've even pickled a bunch of peppers. And I still have more peppers. Look at this guy. Jalapenos are getting so heavy that they're falling over, and I keep trying to lift this guy up, and he just keeps doing that. So I need a stake. Look at these beautiful, these Cosmo? No, these are zinnias. Zinnias. I have green peppers galore down here. Gonna have to start picking some of them to encourage these plants to do some more. This sunflower. Huge. Got some cilantro coming up down here amidst the crabgrass, which I'll have to get to another day. Most of these beans died off or were eaten by a small creature, possibly a rabbit or a bird. The red noodle beans, yeah, there's some flowers up there, I see. Oh, they're purple. They're so pretty. Look at that. I'm gonna have some red noodle beans soon. This guy is going all the way over. Oh, I see. You see that? It's coming from there. The loofah is fraternizing with the red noodle beans. Hey, lady, I don't want you to do that. The red noodle beans are trying to reach out and touch somebody. I guess I could prune them, but I just like it when they're wild. Lots of blossoms. Lots of beans coming. This is the black-eyed butter bean. That is the French beans. I've harvested beans off of this already. You can see that they're a little yellow and turning down here. It's been raining on and off, and then super hot, and then raining, and then super hot, so it's kind of hard to avoid certain things. Okra. Oh, that guy's massive. He gotta come on. Oh my god, look at all these okra. Look at the okra. Radishes. Eggplant. We're gonna have so much eggplant soon. Can I see? No, I can't see it from there. There's one here. And if you can see him through this jungle, there's one back there. Been fighting back some Japanese beetles on this, but you know, it's morning and I don't see a lot of them, so must be winning that battle. Oh, there's one. Bugs and inevitability in the garden. I think I'm just gonna pull that whole leaf, squash him and all of his babies. More okra. Beets are even coming up down here. Grapes. This one is really taking hold. Which one is this? I think this is the Niagara. Yeah. And those are the Concord. And this is, I finally went back to the guy. It's Kentucky Colonel Mint. From what I understand, it's really great with bourbon. And I'm not really a bourbon drinker, so. Petunias. The verbena has exploded. Do you remember how tiny these plants were? It just exploded. I put in some calendula that I had on the porch. I'm slowly planting the babies on the porch. Watered it really good yesterday. It's supposed to rain, so hopefully that will keep them alive. The sage, rosemary, all exploding over here. I put some borage over here, but I don't think it made it. Yeah, they kind of shriveled up, but it's okay. Not everything makes it that you put it out. Lavender, daisies, roses, dahlia. Put a dahlia or two there. See if they come up. This is the loofah plant that has gone mad. I'm gonna try to get you to come back down this side. No? Maybe if you go that way. There we go. Okay. Okay. It's just crazy. Okay. Those are yard longs. Look how great they're doing. They've only been in for a couple of weeks. They're almost touching the trellis, although admittedly that's a low trellis. Evening primrose is still flowering, and I believe it's dropped some seeds over there, and that some new ones are coming up. Look at the star of this show right here. Look at that. Beautiful Chianti sunflower. This is a smaller one. Same, just that one grew that way, this one grew this way. Didn't do anything different. They're right next to each other. This one's about to be extremely multi-headed. Massive. My butterfly milkweed finally blossomed. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? Orange. Bee balm is spreading like wildfire. The tick seed, finally getting some buds on there. My herb pot, thyme, and rosemary and sage. Use that on a regular basis and it's still bushy. Cosmos, More butterfly milkweed coming up. The echinacea. This is some calendula about to come up. Now, I put this chamomile in here before I put the calendula in, and it's just sitting there like that. I don't know. I don't know what it wants. I'll have to ask it later when I have time to listen to the answer. This is yarrow, pink yarrow. Gonna try and these seeds. These are the seeds that are loose because I'd love to have some more of these in here. The yellow yarrow. And I don't know, I think that's it. That's the garden for the day. Yep, I think that's it for the day. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.